Hi, thanks so much for joining. I'm Joe Peterson. I'm the Vice President of Cloud and Security for Clarify 360, and I'm also the Chief Analyst at ClearTech Research. I'm here today on behalf of the CTO Advisor and their Cloud Everyday series, and we're digging right into Azure security. Today, we're going to talk about conditional access. So the modern security perimeter now extends beyond an organization's network to include user and device identity. Organizations can use identity-driven signals as part of their access control decisions. Conditional access brings signals together to make decisions and enforce organizational policies. Azure AD conditional access is at the heart of the new identity-driven control plane. Conditional access policies at their simplest are if-then statements. If a user wants to access a resource, then they must complete an action. Example, a payroll manager wants to access the payroll application and is required to do multi-factor authentication to access it. Administrators are faced with two primary goals. They can empower users to be productive wherever and whenever, and they also need to protect the organization's assets. So you can use conditional access policies to apply the right access controls when needed to keep the organization secure. And it's based on things called common signals. So common signals that conditional access can take into account when making a policy decision include the following signals: user or group membership. Policies can be targeted to specific users and groups, giving administrators really fine-grained control over access. IP location information. So organizations can create trusted IP address ranges that can be used when making policy decisions. Administrators can specify entire countries, regions, IP ranges to block or allow traffic from. Device. Users with device of specific platforms or marked with a specific state can be used when enforcing conditional access policies. You can use filters for devices to target policies to specific devices like privileged access workstations. At the application layer, you can use users attempting to access specific applications can trigger different conditional access policies. One of the signals could be real-time and calculated risk detection. So Signals integrates with Azure AD protection that allows conditional access policies to identify risky sign-in behavior. So if a user who's normally in the US is signing in from Canada or Mexico or wherever else, that could cause a flag. Policies can then, that be an example of a signal interaction that was conditional based upon that device. So policies can then enforce or force users to change their passwords, do MFA to reduce a risk level, or block access entirely. And then lastly, another signal is Microsoft Defender for Cloud Apps. So if you're not familiar with it, this enables user application access and sessions to be monitored and controlled in real time. Kind of cool. This increases visibility and control over access to and activities done specifically within the cloud environment. Super important. If you like my content, ring my bell on my profile so that you're the first to see my post. Follow me on Twitter at ClearTech Today. Subscribe to my YouTube channel at ClearTech Research. Or if you need cloud security or cybersecurity sourcing assistance, Clarify 360 has you covered. Thank you for joining.